Back for another one. What's up, Coach T?
What's up, baby? It's on, baby.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it.
We got some football to talk about now, man. Preseason first game is in the books. I'm your man, T. Drape. Got my man, Coach T. This is Carry On Tradition Podcast. Without delay, we're going to talk about the preseason game that happened over the weekend against the Rams. Let's start off, Coach, with Joe Milton, man. Let's talk about Joe Milton. Joe Milton, he had a rough outing to start off. I see a rough first quarter. It started out bad, but it got better, man. Give me your thoughts. I see you laugh.
Yeah, man. You got to watch your head when you're around, when you're near the sidelines with Joe. His accuracy ain't the best, man. His touch is not the best. And that was his MO coming out of Tennessee. You know, he didn't have a touch. He could throw it hard, and that's what he knew how to do. And so that's what we saw. We saw him miss a couple of tutty. Could have been, one nice long pass. It could have been a touchdown to, I believe it was Flournoy, and I think it was one in the end zone to Flournoy that he overthrew. I mean, just
interception.
If he has touch, he completes those passes, man. But it's a work, man. I'm not going. Excuse me. I'm not going. Jump off the ship off of the first preseason game. Mm-hmm. But as our number 2, I'm kind of leery.
Mm.
You know, I wasn't too pleased with. I was expecting a little more.
Yeah.
Especially without what we were hearing out of camp.
Yeah.
You know, and you see him throwing the bombs and throwing the darts, and then to come out there and
yeah. I feel where you're coming from. Yeah, he had a lot of hype coming out of camp. But it just seemed like when he got out there, I don't know if it was nerves. It just seemed like, to me, like you said, he was throwing fastballs, but he just seemed like he was just moving real fast. Like, you know, it's just like that nervous energy. And like, it seemed like it took for us to get finally a running game going.
Right.
You know, it seemed like he caught a little rhythm after what Maffa was able to do when he got in there. But yeah, the one thing I will say is that he's shown flashes. So I think what we saw late second quarter into the second half is the guy that we've been hearing about in training camp. Because I mean, he made some really nice tosses there in the second half. When he found in the back of the end zone to the undrafted free agent.
Yeah, trying to interfere with her.
Yeah, who led us in receptions. That was a nice throw, and that was a nice catch. And he just seemed, like I said, like, you know, and then he started using his feet a little bit. But yeah, he definitely. It definitely was a roller coaster ride, man. He was missing people. Just a bit outside. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah. But hopefully he, after this first one, he can settle in and you know, because I think they know they have with Greer. Mm-hmm. And Greer wasn't too bad, man. You know, with the scrimmage with the Rams, with the practice scrimmage as well as the preseason game, he wasn't bad.
No, he wasn't, man. So much that today, Schotty in one of the press conferences, he said that, you know, he couldn't call no backup quarterback right now. He liked what he saw from Greer, and he said that he wants to see a lot more of Milton. Just, you know, he wants to see the kid play because he feels like he's got a lot. So it'll be more to come. You know, I'm hoping that what we saw early first quarter was more of a fluke of him just not, you know, just some baby steps of him getting that out the way. And from here on out, he play some good football for us because we're going to need him. You're always in the NFL, you need a strong backup. You never know at any time when these guys can go down, and Dak's had a history of having a few injuries. Yes, yeah, but yeah, just wanted to talk about Joe first because I think he was one of the storylines coming into this game, getting a lot of reps, and you know, pretty much he was going to play pretty much the whole game. You know, he got that little bruise on his elbow, which from hearing is not much. So we'll keep it moving. Let's talk about a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, we still are struggling with stopping the run. It still is something, sir, Coach T, that we are having issues with. But I did think I saw some bright spots of some players that can help us, can make this team. The guy I'll start out first with First, I want to give shots out to Maris, the linebacker. I thought he played excellent. And, you know, from what I'm seeing from him, he's definitely showing that he belongs in that group, that first group. You know, I mean, he's making plays with a high IQ. His technique is really well. He tackles and gets people on the ground. I mean, it's just everything that I've seen from him since camp has started. I mean, even last year, towards the end of the year, he was really playing a high-level football. And understanding things very well. And he's just carried on to that. He looks faster. The one play coach that when he made that tackle down on the goal line, he did a great job of just breaking down, you know, not overrunning the play, knowing his responsibility that if he forced the running back inside, he's got help. But yeah, he's took a big step. I'm seeing really good things from Maris.
Absolutely. That's why he didn't play too much out there. He got in and got out. He's violent. He's physical. He's what we want in the linebacker. Athletic, you know. He goes side to side. He can cover. And so he just showed, you know, I didn't understand why some were playing, some weren't. I mean, I don't care if you are a starter. If you need reps, you need reps. Mm-hmm. And I guess they felt Maris needed the reps, but he showed you quickly that I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're gonna sit Kenneth Murray and
Sanborn,
mm-hmm. You can sit me. I'm ready.
Right. Yeah, man. Maybe he took that. You know, had a little chip on his shoulder out there, but whatever it was, he played very well. I think the next guy, Coach, I want to kind of talk about on the defensive side of the ball that I thought played well was Perian Winfrey. Mm-hmm. Coming in over from the USFL, I thought he played very well. The things that stood out to me was his ability to be able to take on double teams, his aggressiveness. I thought that he just, you know, caused havoc when he was out there. And, you know, you just see he wanted to make plays. And you could see, you know, like I said, the hunger. And when he went out there, he played with a lot of enthusiasm. He just seemed like he was out there, Coach, and he looks like he belongs. What did you think about Perian Winfrey?
You know, that's my guy, Boomer Sooner. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he's a former, I want to say 4th or 5th round pick from the Cleveland, I was about to say Cavaliers, Cleveland Browns. And it's different. You know what I mean? It's different, you know, when you get out the league, you're in the league and then you're not mm-hmm. in the league. And now you got to work your way up. Mm-hmm. And so you can see the hunger and you know, like, I'm not going to waste this opportunity. Mm-hmm. And you obviously he did that with the UFL this season because, mm-hmm. you know, we're going to grab one a year, it seems like. Mm-hmm. And the past couple guys that we've gotten out of the UFL have been really good and, you know, obviously mm-hmm. Pro Bowlers. Mm-hmm. So we're not expecting that, but we're expecting him to really contribute. And I mean, I'm not saying we're expecting him to, but he showed that he's ready to, mm-hmm. you know, contribute because we're very thin at quality bodies and on the interior of the defensive line, man. I'm not confident in the depth at all. So he has his opportunity.
He does, man. I thought he took a step forward. Jay Toa played quite a bit. I had mixed emotions about what I saw from Toa. I thought he played hard. I think as the game went on some, it looks like he wore down, was starting to get a little bit pushed around out there. But I just got to understand the stunts better of what he was doing because a lot of times it looked like, you know, he was getting his body turned, you know, and he wasn't playing big. It looked like he was getting skinny. But I don't know if he was if they were slanting him hard or whatever, but he made some plays. Now, you know, Mozzie did play, right?
I saw 58 out there.
I'm being funny.
That's the only reason I know he was out there because I saw him, you know, lining up.
Coach, he needed to make
that's the only time I saw him, man.
He needed to make a splash, Coach. He needed to show something, man. He needed to show something because you got to think about it. Here's a guy that's supposed to be your starting one technique, playing against 2s and 3s, and you still can't get off? Can't get your shot off? Come on, man. I ain't gonna spend too much. I don't want to spend too much time
because he has to know he has to know he's on that block, that chopping block. He has to.
Do he care?
That's the yeah.
Coach, do it.
He likes
That's
to
the
hit.
question.
He don't really like football. He just likes to hit. That's his word. So if you look at it, it's hard to say. Yeah, he does care when you look at his demeanor at times and you know how he's.
And the effort that
I'm not saying he doesn't fight, but
I'm saying he don't. I watch, like, let's say you watch him 5 plays, you might get at a half a play where you feel like the kid is just going all out. Or if it seems like if something pisses him off, then you getting charged up, Mozzie, on demon time. But for the most part, man, he's just like ready to go home, man. What time is team dinner? You know what I mean? That's what it seemed like to me. He's like, the game don't seem like it's what's, you know what I'm saying, what's driving this young man. But enough on him, man. Who else did you see on defense? I think you told me you like Childress, what you saw from him.
I did like Childress, man, at that slot corner. He was only targeted, I think, one time, maybe. He got a couple yards on him. So I like to see him more, how he covers. But as far as supporting the run, I mean, he led us in tackles, man. He's tough.
He's about tough. It, man.
He had 6 tackles, 5 of them solo. He had a 77 percent grade on PFF. So, you know, he was where he was supposed to be when he was supposed to be there. I'd like to see more of him because everybody should get a look at corner.
Right, man. I've heard they've been working out a ton of people, man.
Quick question, man.
Yes, sir.
We got Izzy there, who's very experienced.
Yes, sir.
At the cornerback and defensive backfield position. Why in the world we go out there with who we went out there with? Rocha and Butler needs to be done now. Josh Butler, that's his name, Josh Butler. He needs to be. I mean, it's why? Help me understand. Because every time I see him out on that field, he getting burnt.
You talking about Booth?
My bad to Butler.
Yeah, I hope Butler get back soon, because he was showing some promise at the end of the year. Yeah, man. Booth is you know, I've been vocal about this on I've been vocal about this on this show, man. I don't understand what in the world made them even bring this guy back, Coach. I mean, we talking about bad football. I mean, this technique is like I gotta check his 40 time, man. He gotta be 4.2, 4.3. You know what I mean? Because the way, Coach, the way he sit down on routes, the way he sit down on routes. Hey, man, when are you gonna flip your hips, man? When you gonna open them things up? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the NFL, man. Guys can run, man. They will run by you, man. But he's sitting down like he want that pick 6. He's sitting on it, and when he be sitting on it, they be going to the hizzy, and he be behind, man, and he be looking baffled. He be looking baffled, man. Hey, Coach, I tell you what.
Every time.
What? Coach, I tell you what, man. If we had to roll out there with any of these guys that's been playing in these played in the preseason game, and that we saw in the scrimmage, if any of them guys have to go out there for us, whew, man, it's gonna be a long day.
Call it Christmas.
Cancel Christmas.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Our cornerback situation right now is really, really not good, man. It's scary to think opening up against the Eagles. If we don't get healthy, who we might have to trot out there. So that's one of the things I'm really, Coach, I'm not okay.
If we don't get healthy, we gonna sign that boy, that man.
And two, here's the thing too, man. 98, almost 99% of the snaps, man, in that scrimmage, we was in nickel. You wouldn't have been able to tell, man, the way they was shredding us, man. And like when we was watching it, like we kept seeing, man, was always that second layer, man. Getting right behind them linebackers. And, at Tampa too, man, your linebackers, they got to be solid. And that's what we kept seeing, man, is them getting behind, and easy throws, man. My man was throwing darts, man. Not only to go along with us giving up 180 plus yards on the ground.
181.
181 on the ground. So, Yeah, that's really not good. And that's not what you want to see, especially when we're talking about our defense. But these are the guys that are playing out there. We didn't see any Osa. We didn't see any Solomon Thomas. But like Coach said, you can't go too much further than that because we don't have a lot of depth. So these guys that we're seeing that's out there, that's playing right now is going to have to, at least at the defensive line position, somebody there is going to have to play. So.
Well, on the interior of it, because we didn't see any defensive side besides Donovan, the easy.
Yeah, what did you think about what you saw from him?
He played 15 snaps. I wasn't mad at it, man. He's a competitor. It was a start for him.
Okay.
He did get a quarterback hit. We only had 2 quarterback hits.
Him and who was the other one? That was the other guy, Daxon.
Daxon.
Yeah, Daxon got a sack.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's the thing we didn't see.
It's like if we're not going to be good in on the back half of it, we got to be able to rush that passer, and we didn't get any pressure. And like you said, these are the guys who are late depth pieces. They're not,
not no trenches
some of
though.
them might be immediate, but
no trenches. Them guys, you gotta get guys in and off the field, man. Them big guys be sucking wind, and you want to be able to give them a blow and feel like you're not losing a lot when you take them off the field. Anybody in the linebacking core? You like what you saw from James?
Yeah, I mean, again, want to see more. Wasn't bad, but just want to see more, and it's tough when those guys in front of you are not keeping you as clean as you like to be. So but it was a start. We always need a starting point. I'm not mad at this because if you go through the history, we've never been a good preseason team. If we go 3-1, 4-0, or 3-0 and 2-1, I don't know what type of season we're gonna have. But I mean, because we're usually on the losing side of these preseason games for whatever reason. So it is what it is.
I had noted that. Oh, go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was going to go into something else. Go ahead.
No, I just was saying I wanted to make a couple of notes that I had from watching the game. Tyrus Wheat, I definitely thought he played well. So I definitely think he'll be a guy that'll make that 53 and be able to help contribute. Just wondering if maybe he can play down to some 3 technique. Did you check his weight? Where is he at, Coach?
No, Tyrus Wheat. No.
Yeah, we think he's at least 260. He in that range?
260.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to see him be able to get on the field more, but with our defensive end situation, it's really going to be hard. We're so deep at that position.
They had your boy Ernest Brown playing a little 3 technique.
Oh, okay.
He's only
was that 51 or 50?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a guy he getting off on the ball very well, very disruptive. Good call out,
James
Coach.
Houston also. 53, James Houston.
Yeah, I do remember him out there, I believe.
Yeah, he caused a little bit of havoc. So, like I said, at the defensive end position, we didn't have Nealon out there. We didn't have Dante Fowler out there. We didn't have Sam Williams out there.
Yeah, man. Nobody really played. It was all the guys to me that's going to be on this first cut wave that I think that he had out there. Safety Mike Smith led us in tackles. I think he had 6 of them things. So he's a safety that's out there that's looking to get a little bit of playing time, a little bit of action. Let's talk on the offensive side. We really focused on the defensive side. Let's start off by talking about Maffa. Phil Maffa really came in and gave us a spark, man. He was a spark plug, ran hard, downhill. Didn't know that he had the burst that he showed. So that was one thing I was missing on. I thought he was more of a more of a bruiser or more of a power back, but like I said, man, he kind of reminded me the way he ran of Rico Dowdle, man.
Yeah, he's good. He ran the ball hard. He found his holes. He got the ball 10 times. He got the most carries of the group. And like I'm with you. I was pleased with what I saw with Phil, and he can pick up the pressure. He knows where to go in the blitz pickups.
Yeah, he didn't look bad.
He did a pretty good job at that. And so he's He's making a name for himself, especially with Blue and Sanders. Since they didn't play, he got his opportunity. He made the most of it. Okay. So he might not have been able to get these looks if it weren't for the injury. So
yeah,
that's what you got to do. You get your number is called. Force them to call it again and again.
Yeah, definitely think he made a case to say that he belongs. He definitely belongs, man. He definitely belongs. So yeah, really good to see him. I thought he caught the ball out the backfield too when he had a few attempts. So good things from him, man. Good, looks like a promising young aspect. Yep.
Why Deuce Vaughn only get 2 carries? Is that we not keeping him? Is that our way of saying we're not keeping? We gave Phil Moffitt 10, we gave Malik Davis 7, and Deuce Vaughn gets 2 carries. And he was first back in there.
Yeah, had a hell of a run too. No, I don't buy into that. What I think is, I just think that these are. I think they know what Deuce Vaughn can bring to the team. They've seen him before. He's had a couple of scrimmages. I think they know, and I think he just coming off that hamstring. You didn't want to push him too hard. Not sure that may have been a little tender, but no, I just think that it was more about for Schotty with this scrimmage of just getting guys out there who they felt like was either going to make or break themselves with their performances. I think they really wanted to get those guys some looks, and then from what he was saying or what I was reading, is that he's going to ramp up, in this next scrimmage. You'll see a lot of the guys who didn't play. So it's kind of like his way of kind of leading up to the third game. And then, you might even see Dak get a series in that. So we'll see.
He got a different way of doing things.
Yeah, I don't mind it, though. I think it's pretty cool. I like what he's doing because, I mean, I anytime that I've got guys that I got to count on, and like for instance, I know you kind of wanted to see Booker more out there, but I mean, at this point in time, you just had a scrimmage, a long scrimmage, where you got those guys out there.
That was Tuesday.
I know it was Tuesday.
Get live reps. He was the only first rounder not to play. Everybody else played. He got to get reps, especially on the D line.
All teams have inter-city scrimmages this week.
Yeah, it was other teams. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everybody, man. I mean, don't give me the line, but yeah, there was other. I know.
No. I know it was other teams that had them.
Scrimmages.
I know it was other teams that had them, but I was just saying, like, I don't know if every team played this week. I mean, like I said, Coach, if let's say you played him out there in the scrimmage and he got hurt, where do you turn? Where do you turn now? You cool? You cool with having Baz out there? No, it's not anything. Then why don't you? You okay with not playing Dak, right?
Why
you already with him not playing Dak, right?
Why practice hitting then if you worried about getting hurt, man? Yeah, come on, man.
You don't think he didn't get no work this week, Tuesday?
He needs work especially a rookie. We're going to depend on him for 17 games. We're going to depend on him off the rip. Mm-hmm. Off the rip without the Robert Jones fallback plan. He is the guy. We have to be ready for them big boys in the middle that Philly got.
I want him. Rob Jones, like you said, is gone, right?
Yeah.
So here's a guy that that you're going into. You've seen a lot from him. You got to see a lot from him in the scrimmage. You got the second scrimmage to ramp him up. I mean, you might even let him play, 3 quarters in the next game. I mean, what's the rush that, to have him out there? I mean, you got to get these other guys reps. So let's say you play him the same way you did Nathan Thomas. I mean, that was really worth it. What, 7 snaps?
No, Nathan got more than that, man. He got more than that.
Okay. I'll leave it at this. I totally agree with you. He's a young fella. He needs to get the work in. I just like, if he didn't play in the preseason game and we just saw him play probably 40-something snaps against the Rams in the preseason game. I mean, that's a lot of work, man. So I'm okay with bringing him in a second, but I do get your point. So let's keep it moving on. What did you think about your boy Ryan Flournoy? I thought he had a solid one, man.
Again, man. Why are we putting these other guys in there before? Just like with Izzy. Why we start those corners out in front of Izzy. Makes no sense. You ain't gonna bring Izzy in against the third or whatever. Them guys is bums. You know what I mean? You let him get that work against the better of the competition.
Right.
It's like with the receivers, man. You got Mingo and Tolbert, and Cropper out there. They play the whole first quarter and some, and then you're gonna bring in them guys, Brooks and Flournoy, and who was the third guy? Trayshawn Holden came in after that. But those guys, I think they got a little more. They get a little more oomph than the Mingos and the Tolberts. I mean, I see more separation. Now, Mingo, he's played well, so that wide receiver is going to be a tough decision. It's going to be a tough decision for the coaches to figure out how many are you going. If you stay 5, it's really going to be tough.
Yeah, I think so too.
Even with 6, it's going to be some unhappy campers.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, man, somebody is going to be unhappy. If it was me at this point, and I think you probably agree with me, it would be Tolbert. I just think that, man, they the guys that you just mentioned, every one of those guys, I believe, is ahead of him at this point. And these are guys like Trayshawn Holden, who's just getting in his first month of football, of NFL football. And you've had 3 years. So I don't have anything against Tolbert. You know, man, I got love for him, man. He made our night, you know, down there in Pittsburgh, catching that ball in the end zone to give us the victory. But yeah, just you got to call a spade what it is. And he just right now, he's got guys that are better than him, that's playing better than him. So it'll be interesting to see. I did hear somebody say that somebody said that there was talks about a trade. So that's Rumorville. So maybe if we can pick up something for him, I don't know what you could get for him, but maybe that's an option, Coach.
That's the thing.
What can you get for him? What can you get for him?
We're going to get a couple footballs, man.
Right. But yeah, man, I totally agree with your assessment with the wide receivers completely, man. Yeah, Flournoy, I think he played very well. Very well, man. He was open. Unfortunately, Joe Milton wasn't dialed in at the time, and you know he a couple times he totally just, you know what I'm saying, blew it, and then the other time he tried to throw one in there and it was intercepted. So, but good to see Flournoy, your boy Holden, and your guy Brooks, man. You always make a strong case for Brooks, man. He does, man. He makes plays and a great special teams player as well. Yeah. So we talked about a couple undrafted free agents. Coach, the tight end that you talked about that had the touchdown. What's his name again?
Rivaldo Fairweather.
Okay, Fairweather.
He's from Virginia.
Yep.
Yeah,
undrafted. Yeah, 3 receptions.
Auburn.
So out of all the guys that you saw as far as the wide receiver, which one would you say that impressed you the most?
Impressed me the most, you know, Flournoy, man. He was wide open, but Trayshawn Holden, he came in and made an immediate impact. You know, I've heard about him when he was when we picked him up undrafted free agent because he worked under our receivers coach Junior Adams at Oregon.
Yes, sir.
So I heard good things
sir.
about him then. And to see him out there now, like he said, he came in and made an immediate impact.
Yeah.
You know, so and he's so fluid, man.
Yes.
He's real fluid, and I like him, man.
Yeah. When he caught that one, I think he went for what? It was the longest play, 30, something like that. Was that 30-yard pass he caught from Milton? He just looked like
35 yarder.
You know what I mean? It was so quick, you didn't even know it was 35 yards, man. That was when I looked and saw in the stats, it was 35 yards. I was like, man, but he was moving, man. And the thing is about it, like, man, as soon as he got in the ball game, you know what I'm saying? There was that name. Man, I was like, well, we're holding. You know what I mean? As soon as he got in the game, there you go. You know what I mean? So,
right.
And man, I'm really pulling for this guy, man. I am really pulling for this guy. According to Sports Illustrated, Pro Football Focus grades, Dallas Cowboys offensive lineman who had the best rating was a Johnny Cornelius with a 72 overall grade. He's a guy that you haven't heard much from. So good to see he went out there and, put up good numbers as far as that. Anything that you seen from him, Coach, out there that, that jumped out at you?
0 pressures, 20 pass pros, snaps, 0 pressures.
0 pressures allowed?
Better than that. 0 pressures allowed from him on 20 pass pros, man.
Nice,
so,
man.
I mean, you can't get no better than that.
Yeah, you can't,
so
man.
He had 72 rating. You know what, man? Nate Thomas had a 66.8. But a guy I want to talk about on that offensive line we talked about from back, a few years ago was TJ Bass. TJ Bass played pretty well at guard and center.
That's the one I was wanting to talk about too. Go ahead, Coach.
No, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying that's what I. No. I just heard. I'm glad you brought it up, man, because I had just heard that, man, that they really they said they are comfortable with him with what he brings at the guard position. But really want to get him some work, man, at that center position. And like you said, what was it? He was right below with a 70, like a 70.6 grade, so right below our Johnny. But go ahead, Coach. What you been hearing about him?
About TJ?
Yeah, what you been hearing about him?
He had 32 snaps at center, and he 34 in left guard, 32 at center, man. And so he was very consistent. I don't know how many. He didn't allow pressure. That's the big thing. He did not allow.
And that was how many? Either. How many snaps was that again, Coach?
Yes. 34 and 32. I don't know how many pass protection snaps.
But that's still, a lot of snaps to be out there and not give up, nothing.
Absolutely.
The donut. So good call out, Coach, man. That's a really good insight, man. That's a guy that you don't think a lot about, but we've seen throughout the year how many times we done had to put that Band-Aid on that offensive line. And when you got to call a guy's number, feeling good about it. And we saw, this guy, Hoffman, Coke Boy. Hey, you say what you want about Coke Boy, but when it came time to play last year, he did pretty well. He did pretty well. So that we got some pieces, man. That makes you feel good that you got some guys, that you can stick in that interior. And then Nathan Thomas, if he continues to be, solid, you get Guyton back, and you got, somebody. If the wheels fall off there, you can bet, Big Nate. Nate's a big dude, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, yes, man. Yeah. So all in all, man, special teams, our guy, man, he went out there and knocked it through like it was nothing. You know what I mean? So he looked like he's still in rare form for the field goals. The kickoff team covered pretty well. I think one of the things that we gotta make sure that we have to clean up is the penalties. We touted 11 penalties for a total of 83 yards. So that's something that, that's that old habit. That's not going away. So, Schotty addressed it. He said it's something that he's definitely got to get cleaned up. But we can't do that, man. We can't do that. We can't do that.
We talk about all this discipline, man. That goes down to discipline.
That's the core of it, Coach.
Like you said, but yeah.
We gotta keep Schotty accountable too now. We done gave him his son, we done sung praises to him, but now, we got to make sure that, he getting it done too, because we was all on, McCarthy's ass about it, as we should. But, what I'm saying, that's something that, he's got to take care of, man, because we can't be killing drives, going out there and making all these mistakes, making the game harder. And two, I want to end it talking about Schotty. So, congratulations. He definitely made it known that this was his dream. He finally got to, reach a milestone in his life, something he's always wanted to do. So I understand the emotions. And I'm going to give the first 3 calls, I'm going to give it a pass. I don't understand it, though, because I'm sure that those plays were scripted on that pad. So why he wanted to go out and throw Milton, right out there into the fire, a guy that I feel you should, know his temperature, his barometer, that he needs a little bit of confidence, to get himself going. So you go out there and you get him immediately throwing passes, and, we 3 and out, and I think we had 1 yard in the first quarter. So he looked like a rookie. I thought Schotty looked like a rookie out there at first making his play calling, but he did calm down. He had a balanced game, 50-50 as far as passes, it was a 50% as far as his run balance and pass balance. So I thought he ended up doing better.
Right. Yeah, and you know, there's I've heard that well, he said that he doesn't want to have it put any film out there for anybody. And I've heard, you know, what we've been running is not what they've been running in the practices. And the so you know, he's just going some plain Jane, because if I keep on seeing this freaking
quarterback
boot,
bootleg,
come
tight end
on,
out the
man.
backfield or sneaking the. That's how I kind of do believe it's vanilla, man. 'Cause this guy,
this is Garrett.
yeah, we've been running that for a long time, man. Well, I'm with you, Coach. I think they definitely are vanilla, man. They not trying to show nothing. Yeah, I definitely think they not trying to show nothing. Yeah, but it did seem like he settled down, man. Started, making some nice calls. So we got your boy Coach Vic's team, man. We got the Ravens. We got the Ravens up next for our scrimmage. So it's another opportunity for us to get better. And Coach, I know, man, we're gonna be driving to Dallas, man, if you don't see some of these guys in this next game, man. So I know he gonna get them guys out there so they can get their reps, man.
Yeah,
Coach,
yeah.
hey, Coach, we're watching the game. Coach was over here hot, man. Like, why these guys ain't playing, man? Where's these reps, man? So I feel it, man. But yeah, man. We're gonna get them guys reps, Coach. We're gonna have a lot of film on them guys for the next game, man. We're gonna get
good.
What about Everfluss? Everfluss. What did you think about Coach Everfluss as far as what he's doing out there? Like I said, 98% of the calls he was in nickel. So that's probably going to be something we play a lot of.
Bottom line, we gave up 181. That's what I'm judging on, because I mean that's been our MO, not being able to stop the run the past few years. So we
play calling or personnel, you believe? Play calling or personnel, you believe?
If you ain't got the personnel to stop the run, and your play calls got to be, I mean,
you got to be sending them.
Huh?
You got to be sending them.
No, you got to do some. Yeah, man, you have to do some run blitzes or something, man. You know what I mean? To figure it out.
Oh man, I forgot how many. Did I make a note on that, man? We had so many missed tackles, man. I want to say 17 missed tackles. So that's another thing, man. I know that the thing around the camp, Schotty and them was saying that we got to get our pad level right. We got to get people on the ground. We got to get people down, man. We can't have that, man. That's, it's already tough enough stopping the run. But then when you do make you're in the right places, you know what I mean? You got the right gap or the right call, and then you there to make the play, and then you arm tackling.
Oh.
You know what I mean? You hitting at the shoestrings. Guys is breaking through it. So got to tackle, man. We got to gang tackle as a team. That's going to be the way we got to get better, man. So I think that's the big thing, man, is still the trenches, man. At least the offense, though, they did, the offense did, man, run that ball. They did, come back, and it looks like they made some adjustments, or, whatever it was that happened in the inter squad scrimmage. Looks like they definitely got better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely got
so
better.
We'll see. Like I said, when we're watching the game, you got to have film. So you got to have a starting point, and that was our starting point. With guys who, a lot of them won't be playing, and if they are playing, then we in trouble. So you got to know that.
Playing, Coach. I think some of these guys are going to be looking for a different team. I mean, that's just the thing. We got what? I mean, 80-something players, 90-something players out there now that you got to come down to. So a lot of people should be getting pink slips, man, if they haven't already. So it's just the nature of the business, give those guys a chance to get off. Maybe you can get in with another team, or, get on the practice squad, but we will see. Well, that's our time for tonight, man. Cowboy Nation, I want to thank you. Let's stay positive. I know I've seen a lot of people out there, as far as on the social media, is really, feeling like the team is trash. This is preseason football. Relax. Slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? Hitting them corners a little too fast. You got to slow down. Coach T, what you got, man? What you got, man?
Come on, man. 3 words. You already know what it is. Pay that man.
There it is, man. There it is.
Told you what it is till he get paid.
So we get paid.
Yes,
We'll be
sir.
back at y'all soon, man. Cowboy Nation, man. We love you, man. We out.